Hi everyone, I'm Rika Mutaraj live in the KHOU 11 newsroom. We are doing this social media update a little early, and this is why. There have been developments in Port Neches, Texas. If you haven't heard by now, there was an explosion there early this morning. I want to say a little more than 12 hours ago. Rocked parts of southeast Texas. Again, this explosion was followed by a massive fire, and we have just learned that there has been a second explosion there. I think we have the video. We can take a look at that right now. So another explosion followed by a fireball. Again, a big boom in the area. We are still trying to figure out, you just saw that tower collapse, we're trying to figure out what exactly caused this, but we're expecting obviously that since this fire has been burning since this morning, a couple people, according to the Jefferson County Emergency Management, are saying that a tower collapsed there after the base melted. We saw that happen on camera. Sorry about that. I think that we were having some technical difficulties. But again, we're talking about a second explosion at this plant in Port Neches, the TPC group plant there. So around 1 o'clock this morning, there was that initial massive explosion there. It really rocked the neighborhood. The blast left 3 people injured and damaged several homes and businesses in the area. Basically, that boom blew windows right out. So people are cleaning up the glass from those blown out windows. And throughout the morning, more booms could be heard in the area as the firefighters were attempting to control that blaze. And then now at 1 o'clock, another massive explosion, a big boom. We see at one point a tower collapsing on the plant. We're told that that is because the base melted there. So as you can see, it's very difficult to get this blaze under control. They've been working at it for hours, more than 12 hours later. So firefighters are at the scene. Thankfully, though, no one was killed in the blast. All the employees at that plant have been accounted for. There was a shelter-in-place order in effect, but that was since lifted. But homes that were very close to the plant were evacuated, and they continue to be evacuated, so that was good. We're hoping that this is just sort of remnants from what happened earlier this morning. You know, a lot of people wondering what is burning right now at that TPC group plant. We've been getting that question, obviously, because the flames are still going, that fire is still at it. So the Jefferson County Emergency Management Coordinator, Mike White, says that there are several chemicals that are housed at that facility. His crew is treating this very seriously. They think butadiene is in there. It's a colorless gas with a gasoline-like odor. It's used to produce, synthetic rubber products like tires and plastics and other chemicals. So we believe that is what is burning there. Long-term exposure has been associated with cardiovascular disease, cancer, and that is why when we have explosions like this, monitoring air quality is extremely important, and this is going to be taking place and happening throughout the day, of course, and probably for the next week or so, if not longer. They want to make sure the air quality there out in Port Neches is good. But in the meantime, we're keeping an eye on this fire. Again, a second explosion happening just a few minutes ago, I believe, around 2 o'clock today, a little more than 12 hours after that initial explosion, massive explosion at the TPC group plant there. You can see that fireball once again. And I think if we keep watching this video, this is video that we have on loop. You just saw that tower collapse. So we're trying to get some answers here. Obviously, firefighters are at the scene. They've been at the scene for more than 12 hours now, trying to get a handle on this blaze. So again, this is a look. This is not a live look. This is video that we have from just a few moments ago of that second explosion. Now, in the initial explosion, we know that 3 people were injured. No fatalities here, which is thankful considering looking at that blast, it could have been really bad, but all the employees at that plant have been accounted for. We're going to have an update coming up soon around 4 o'clock on the employees who are injured. We know that one of them was brought here to the Houston area to be treated, and we understand that person has since been released, so we're hoping that these were minor injuries. But that explosion does not look good. And for folks in the area who felt the blast, for folks in the area whose windows were blown out during that initial blast, they are cleaning up the glass, the shattered glass, and any damage done to their structures. today because there is quite a bit of damage in the surrounding neighborhoods, and we have reporters on the ground, we have news crews in the area who are looking into that. Again, we're talking about this fire that they're trying to get under control, and we believe, as far as what the Jefferson County Emergency Management Coordinator is telling us, that this is butadiene. It's a colorless gas, again, has a gasoline-like odor. It's what's in like rubber products, like we're talking tires and plastics and other chemicals, so you can imagine what the air quality is like there. Just, I mean, you could probably smell it. It's pretty thick in the air. It does smell like gasoline. Long-term exposure to these are not good, but the TCEQ is on scene. It's monitoring air quality. We're reaching out to them. We're trying to get a response as far as what the air quality is like right now. I can't imagine this blast is helping it. And again, we're trying to get a cause for this latest blast that we're seeing video of from just a few moments ago. And of course, a cause for the initial explosion that woke so many people up in the area this morning. So this is just a quick social media update on this story, again, that we've been following, and firefighters have now a much bigger blaze again to put out today. And we're going to have an update on the 3 people who were injured as well. Okay, so we've been playing this on a loop again. This is a video from a second explosion that happened about 15-20 minutes ago at a plant, the TPC group plant in southeast Texas. The initial blast was early this morning, and some 12+ hours later, we are seeing another blast. Of course, we are keeping tabs on this, and we're going to have an update on all of this and hopefully a possible cause coming up at 4 o'clock today. So we'll see you then.